Let's get some seafood in the Seaport. We are at what might be the hottest new restaurant in the hottest neighborhood in Boston. This is Hook and Line in the Boston Seaport. This is a big and absolutely stunning new restaurant, and since it's so close to the water, it makes total sense that the focus here is really on seafood. And you have multiple components here. This is part restaurant, part bar, and part seafood market. If you take a look around this restaurant, it is just impressive. It is a long 250-seat restaurant. It's definitely a nautical theme, but they don't have the cheesy ship wheels and buoys up on the wall. This is kind of muted, earth tones, blues, hardwood, very soothing, but the bar is always happening, and there's a big, long, semi-open kitchen, so you can see the chefs doing their thing. When it comes to the food, seafood is definitely the star attraction, and they do it in a bunch of different ways. You can get raw bar, you can get classic New England staples. I'm talking fried clams and fish and chips. And then they have more modern, kind of upscale seafood dishes. And the real focus here is on the wood-fired grill. You can see right in front of the kitchen, they have stacks and stacks of real hardwood. And all day long, the chefs are stoking that fire to keep that grill smoking hot. Anytime I'm sitting down for a seafood meal, I'm gonna start with some raw bar. Some fresh shucked oysters, some clams, nice cocktail shrimp, whatever's fresh and seasonal and delicious, they'll have it on the raw bar platter, and I guarantee you're gonna dig it. One of the things I love about this restaurant is it's beautiful, it's elegant, it's luxurious, and yet they have stuff on the menu you don't usually find in a fine dining kind of place, like these. Check out these stuffies. Now, if you don't know what a stuffy is, basically it's a stuffed clam. These are locally sourced clams that are taken out of the shell and then mixed up with some buttery breadcrumbs and some chorizo sausage. So all you gotta do is grab a forkful, just a perfectly balanced little snack. There are all kinds of surprises on this menu, and this might be my favorite. This is the shrimp toast. This is basically sourdough bread that they sandwich along with some shrimp and some herbs, and they give it sort of like the grilled cheese treatment, get it nice and crispy and buttery in the pan. And when you take a bite of this shrimp toast, this is so delicious, I can't stop laughing. Buttery, crispy, insanely good. There's a whole section of the menu here devoted to classic New England seafood dishes. And of course, you gotta have a lobster roll. Everyone debates all the time, what's the better kind of lobster roll? Cold, traditional lobster roll with mayo, or the hot new Connecticut style with melted butter? At Hook and Line, you can get both kinds of lobster rolls on one plate. So here you have your traditional cold New England lobster roll. You can see the big chunks of meat. Over here, this is the hot lobster roll, also known as the Connecticut style, with warm poached lobster and plenty of melted butter. They can even add on a little bit of aerated hollandaise sauce to add a little bit more creaminess and body to the top. I've always considered myself a lobster roll purist, but here at Hook and Line, I have to say, I think I like the hot lobster roll better. For a seafood restaurant that specializes in wood-fired cooking, they have some incredible options. One of the most popular is the wood-grilled Scottish salmon. It's served over some chimichurri sauce, so it is moist and delicious. The #1 most popular dish here, their signature from day one, is this, the whole roasted branzino. Now, branzino is one of these dishes that has become increasingly popular over the years. Yeah, it has the head on it, but it's still really good. That honestly is the best way to get it because it has the most flavor. Branzino is an absolutely delicious, mild, flaky white fish. What makes it incredible is what goes on top. They absolutely smother it in some Calabrian chili crisp. Adds a little bit of texture, and it has some heat. I mean, like serious spice on this thing. They also throw on some nice toasted hazelnuts. So altogether, you just have one of the best seafood dishes in all of Boston. Obviously, these guys are into their food, but they are also really into their cocktails. This is one of their signature cocktails. It's called the Pineapple Smash. This is made with a grilled pineapple bourbon and some bergamot liqueur with a little bit of fresh mint right on top. And when you add a little bit of citrus, a little bit of sweetness, that's always the perfect way to end a great seafood meal. And that's what you'll get right here at Hook and Line in the Boston Seaport.